rat was closing in on her. She held up a pin at her side to fight back. The rat snatches it away. In a moment of danger, the prince came forward with his sword. He has no fear of the rat, but the rat has the advantage of size. Not only did the prince fly away, even his sword was knocked out of his hand, and when he fell to the ground, the rat turned to Mary. But when he opened his mouth, he didn't bite. The prince pulled his tail. The mouse was furious, and threw him to the ground, and held him down with his paws. Then he opened his mouth and tried to eat the prince. At that moment, a sheep came out of nowhere, and knocked the mouse off its feet. When the rat got up, he tried to deal with the sheep, and was hit by a sudden fireball. It turned out to be Father Christmas firing magic balls. The mouse was scared by the fireballs. They fled towards the hole. Mary was puzzled by the dolls. Santa explained that it was Christmas Eve. It was your wish that brought these dolls to life. Looking at her childhood dolls, Mary was happy. But then she got sad. She didn't want to be a little person all the time. Father Christmas told her not to worry, because the magic won't last forever. When the sun rises on Christmas Day, the spell will be gone, and everything will go back to the way it was. Mary's heart was at peace, and the prince came to thank the sheep, and Mary thanked the prince. But the prince said he hadn't saved anyone. He hated mice, but he didn't know why, because he had lost his memories. But his hatred of rats was engraved in his heart when he saw a mouse hole, and he went in without realizing. Father Christmas was in a panic, because to break the curse, everyone in the house had to stay where they were, in order to bring back the prince. Mary was the first to go down the rat hole, and the goat, with his lighter, followed. They outpaced Mary. They were the first to reach a new world, and Mary, who was right behind her, jumped right into the prince's arms. When she got up, she tried to drag him back, but the prince refused to recognize that he was Mary's puppet. He didn't feel like a puppet. But just then, the ground suddenly began to shake.